In this section, I want to start the discussion about redistribution, and somehow redistribution is a vague or complex idea to keep in mind, but I'm going to show you some examples and show you that this is not very hard and you can easily redistribute between different protocols. And specifically, I'm talking about redistribution between EIGRP and OSPF. But of course, we have redistribution between different OSPF processes or redistribution between different autonomous systems in EIGRP. And of course, I'm not going to talk about RIP because RIP is removed from the blueprints of Cisco. So let's go and talk about this. I'm going to change my topology a little bit. I want to change the topology and say that this part of network is OSPF, and I have only one area that's going to be area 0, so I have this as OSPF area. Let me change the color, and the rest of my topology is going to be EIGRP. So I'm going to have such a configuration in my examples and scenarios. So this is going to be EIGRP. Okay, let me start with removing the configuration first. I'm going to remove every configuration, so I go to enable configuration, no router OSPF 1, and this will remove everything. On R2 and on R3. I'm going to remove every configuration on switch 1 and on switch 2. Okay, now on backbone 1 I only have EIGRP, I want to retain it, and of course on relay 3 I have EIGRP, I want to retain it because in this topology R3 has EIGRP and this interface, and of course I'm going to add the other interface, and the serial interface is going to be OSPF area 0. So let's go and start with router 1. On router 1 I have pass 0, 0 in EIGRP and pass 0, 1 and serial interface in OSPF. So let's go to router 1 first and start router OSPF 1. Let me show IP interfaces brief, and here is the interfaces that I have, and of course I have a tunnel. No, I don't have a tunnel. I thought I have. Yes, I have a tunnel interface between the two routers. I'm going to remove this as well. I don't want to have this interface. So I have router OSPF 1, and I'm going to use the old-fashioned way, interface 10, 0, 12, 1 is going to be on area 0, and of course I'm going to add the network 110, 1, 1, 1, that is the loopback interface in area 0 as well. And I have some other loopback interfaces, I want to remove them. No interface, loopback 11, and I don't want to have it. And serial interface is going to be there, so 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 1. It's gonna be under area 0. Okay, router OSPF 1. So let me show IP OSPF interfaces in brief. This tells me that I have these three under area 0. Now, of course I want to have router EIGRP 100, for example. No auto summary is the first command, and I want to have network 10.0.116 here. I want to have, this is the only interface in EIGRP process, so that's it. Router 1 is done, and I save it. Let's go to router 2. On router 2 every interface is under OSPF process, so I'm going to do it the easy way. So I go and at network 0000000 area 0, and I have an extra dot here. Now every interface is under OSPF process, and I have the neighborship here. Save it. On router 3, we already have the EIGRP process on AS100, I guess, and I only need to add one more piece of command, and that's gonna be the fast00. Let me show you IP interfaces in brief, and add network 10.0.36.3, and of course based on the topology I can have loopback interface in EIGRP or in OSPF. Let me have it in OSPF area. So I should have these loopback interfaces under EIGRP. I guess I want them, so I add network command for these, and of course I could have a summary, and the summary will do it in one go, but this is not that hard to configure it precisely. Okay, now this is done. Rather OSPF 1 is going to be here, network 110.133 is in area 0, network 10.0.1.2.3.3 is in area 0, and you can see the loading, and of course serial interface is under EIGRP process. Now every interface is configured correctly, so I save this here. Let me go to switch 1, and in switch 1 again everything is under OSPF process, so I create rather OSPF 1, and the network is going to be 0000 under area 0. This is one line of command and it will do. Let me go to switch 2, and again on switch 2 everything is under EIGRP process, so this is easy again. Rather EIGRP 100, and again network 000 will do everything. So let me check this on switch 2 once more using the show IP EIGRP interfaces. Now you can see that everything is working, and again I don't want to have interface tunnel here, tunnel 16, and of course no interface tunnel 16, and that's going to be removed and saving everything. So everything is in place. Now I have EIGRP routes, I have OSPF routes, but I don't have reachability between the two areas, and I want to check this. On switch 2 I can check the IP routing table. Now you can see that I only have EIGRP routes. I don't have any reachability to, for example, switch 1's loopback interface. Now you can see that 110.150 network is not here, so this is not possible to reach them. And of course on switch 1, because I only have OSPF areas, I don't have reachability to EIGRP areas. So let's check this using show IP route. I can see that I only have these routes and I cannot reach the other routers in EIGRP process. Now in next section I want to start redistribution between these two, and you can see that I have 2 points, actually 2 routers that share the both processes, and I'm going to talk about redistribution in 2 points and 1 point and show you the drawbacks and everything.